It all started when Frank Stork, then AMEC's assistant manager, invited the Missouri Credit Union League to speak at the AMEC Executive Committee meeting on July 18, 1974. 4 months later, Frank notified the league that there was enough interest among the electric cooperative employees to start a credit union.
On January 7, 1975, the statewide credit union charter committee met with the Missouri Credit Union League. Members of the committee were Walter Astrack, Gibby Hilkemeyer, Vernon Gage, Joe Felon, Bill Figg, Joan Nacy, and Frank Stork. On January 9, 1975, the Missouri Electric Cooperative Employees Credit Union was officially organized.
On March 5, 1975, the first board of directors was selected. They were Howard Miller, Johnny Waller, Vernon Gage, James Fann, Glenn Domer, Gary Atkinson, Dale LaRue, Charles Holtz, and Bob Robb. Frank Stork, Joe Campbell, and Bill Figg formed the first credit committee. The supervisory committee consisted of Charles Lansford, Jerry Murphy, and Berta Norman.
At the time it was organized, the credit union had 15 accounts with shares totaling $270. There wasn't much money to hire help, but on April 10, 1975, Ludell White was hired on a part-time basis to handle credit union business. In June of that year, the first full-time manager was hired. She was Betty Burton, who would serve as manager until 1981. Betty was paid $2.75 per hour.
Valuable services were added in the 1980s as the credit union continued to grow at a rapid pace. One of the biggest decisions the leadership made was the addition of checking accounts. This set our credit union apart from others at the time and has been a big reason for the connection between co-op employees and the credit union. The 1980s started with the addition of Barton County Electric's credit union, Barcy Credit Union. This was the first of 3 electric co-ops credit unions to merge with MECECU.
By March 1980, the credit union had reached $1 million in assets. More services were added in 1981. These included checking accounts, money market certificates, all savers, and Christmas Club accounts. That year also saw a new manager join the credit union. She was Martha Kennan, who would serve until January 1990.
In 1982, more services were added as assets doubled to $2 million. These included individual retirement accounts and tiered savings accounts. In the years to come, split rate dividends and variable rate loans were added, and in 1985, Visa cards became an option.
Another decade brought more growth, additional services, and key players for the credit union's future leadership. It also saw 2 more electric cooperative credit union mergers, further strengthening MECECU. The board would sign a long-term contract with AMEC for 1,000 square feet of office space, moving the credit union out of a tiny corner of the headquarters building to a much larger space with a vault.
On March 26, 1990, Sandy Klink was named manager. She would serve until June of 1997. 2 years later, ATM and debit cards were introduced. 1994 kicked off with a merger with Northeast Missouri Electric Power Cooperative's NEMO Credit Union.
In 1997, Sandy would leave and Gary Miller would take her place as manager. He was previously a vice president with Commerce Bank in Tipton. Gary would serve as manager until 1999. In June of that year, he would step aside and Randy Marks, our current manager, took the helm. The 1990s would close with a record membership of 4,978, loans topped $21 million, and assets grew to $29.6 million.
As the new millennium began, membership, loans, and assets nearly doubled. With this growth came the need for more space. The credit union moved from a small footprint at the AMEC headquarters to an entire new attached 2-story building. Best of all, the credit union was named the peak performing credit union in the United States over a 5-year period by Callahan and Associates.
In May of 2001, the credit union website was launched. With it came online banking. A new logo was introduced. It featured a yellow light bulb on a green background with the motto, "The Bright Choice." In 2002, Vacation Club accounts were added.
On August 31st, 2004, another major event took place. That was the day staff moved into the new office building. More services came with the move. Bill pay was added as a free service in 2006. Health savings accounts were added in 2008. That same year, a mobile banking and remote deposit app was implemented.
The last of the cooperative credit union mergers took place in this decade, with Central Electric Power Cooperative's credit union joining MECECU. Services were also provided to employees at Access Energy in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, and Associated Electric Cooperative's Dell plant in Arkansas. The growth in members, loans, and assets continued, and the board voted to allow in-laws of electric cooperative employees to join the credit union.
After only 4 years of this decade, great growth continued to be the trend. Assets would grow by an astonishing $100 million, topping $300 million by 2022. The credit union would begin offering services to Northeast Oklahoma Electric Cooperative, Southern Iowa Electric Cooperative, and Sheraton Valley Electric Cooperative. As a result, membership increased to 13,452 and loans grew to $217 million. Assets now stand at $343.8 million.
Like your electric cooperative, the Missouri Electric Cooperatives Employees Credit Union exists solely to provide a service for our members. We've helped thousands of members buy their first new car. We've financed additions to a home in order to welcome a new baby. We've helped launch careers for young members with student loans and scholarships. We've made Christmas merry through our Christmas Club accounts and brought rest and relaxation through our Vacation Club accounts. We've also served as a bridge to financial security for many retirees. We are proud of our success, but also humbled by the support we've seen from our members. We are here for all of your financial needs and devoted to your success. We were there for our first members in 1975, and we will continue this legacy of service for the next 50 years as well. I know I speak for all of our employees in saying we are excited to see what the future holds here at your credit union.